Alright, I'm going to do a look on how I get ready for an acting audition, which is way different than getting ready for a modeling audition, and I will make a different video on that. I've already finished the whole base situation, so moisturizer, concealer, that whole situation. So I like to do my eyebrows and my cheeks first, and then my eyes last, which is backwards for most people, but that's fine with me. Do a little eyebrow shaping. Pick them up, give them a nice curve. This is the YSL eyebrow pencil in number 3. So, clean off the tip of that a little bit. You'd be surprised how many eyebrows you lose. And just fill it in. You can also use eyeshadow too, but I like to think of the eyebrows as the picture frame of the face. And don't pull it down at the end, just pull it straight out. Alright, and the most important part of this is blending. So you have to blend all of this. You could just use your finger. Some people use a brush. I think that's a bit of an overkill, but hey, what are you going to do? So, eyebrows are done. Picture frame of the face, framed. For blush, I like to do like a 2-part highlight and contour step. So I'm going to use another YSL. There it is, YSL. YSL. This is the number 2. It's just a 2 shade gloss. I think they only make one kind. So with this guy, it's kind of a spongy situation, and the powder's in the bottom there. So cheeking in this area. And I like to pat this, but depending on what your skin's like, you could kind of brush it too. So a little highlighting situation there. Then, after highlighting, I want to use the DIOR, where is it? There we go. DIOR bronzer. Gosh, this is kind of, it is the number 20, I think. The thing on the bottom is worn off, but there we go. A little bronzer action there. And then you're going to take an angle brush, a little angle there, and just put it right underneath your cheekbones. This will make you look instantly thinner. It's fantastic. And then we take our blender brush. See how the top is the white and then the bottom is thicker. This is just kind of it's a really softy, schmofty brush. And you just take it and just kind of swirl everything in. See? Contouring. Works great, makes you look skinnier, which is what everybody wants. Alright, last up is eyeballs. And a great primer for this is the world famous YSL Touche Éclat. It's great. This one's a number 2. It should be a shade lighter than whatever your skin is. So maybe look at what you're using as a base makeup and go a shade lighter than that. But you just press the little thing at the end and go dink, and stuff comes out. Product comes out of the little brushy tip, and you're just going to kind of underneath here. And ooh, okay. So for the bottom, I'm going to blend that in with my finger. And this part right here can get a little discolored, like underneath your eye, so that's really important to get that a healthy looking awake color. So that's all in there. And we're going to do the top as a little shadow primer. And you can also put this like up here to do the highlight on that. It's not shimmery, it's just because of the color difference, it makes it look like a highlighter. So if you're looking for a non-shimmer highlighter, Touche Eclat is the way to go. I mean, it really doesn't have a single bad review. Everybody is just astounded by how awesome it works. Alright, so for blush, I dragged this home from Japan, so it's, or for eyes, I dragged this home from Japan, so it's a little weathered, but that's okay. Where are my brushes? Alrighty. So, first brush, we're gonna make sure it's nice and prepared here, and I'm gonna take the this pink color here and put it pinky, this one right here, this one, on the lid. Now this palette has 5 colors, so you can get dramatic or subtle or whatever it is that you want to do with it. I like to mix them and see what happens. And then do your top, this middle color. Middle, there, the long one. For your brow bone in here. Yay, brow bone. Light up those recently shaded eyebrows. And you want to just put sheer layer over sheer layer because you don't want it falling off your face. It's not a good look to fall off your own face. Alright, switch brushes. And we're going to do this guy in the corner right here for the inside color. Now this, you want to use the smallest brush you can and then maybe even clean it up afterwards. So we're just doing the corners right here. So this is just going to be our highlight, and then blend it over into that darker pink. Alright, so then after that we've done brow bone, lid, and then the inside highlight. I'm going to mix these 2 corner colors together, so up here and then over here. And you're mixing just, let's see here, you're just kind of pushing the tip of this little crease brush, see how it's rounded there? Just kind of pushing it into the color and mixing them. And we're just gonna push it right in that crease. And it's kind of more of a pushing sensation than anything, you know. It's a light dab, but just pushing it into that crease. And then kind of blending it out. And if you're having trouble with your crease, you should probably change the size of your brush to maybe fit the size of your eye. I have gigantic eyes, a huge bone there, so I can use a bigger brush or I can use a smaller brush. But if you have smaller eyeballs, you're probably going to need a smaller brush. And I also have an astigmatism, so my eyeballs are slightly different shaped. So I really have to pay attention to these corners out here, because I'll end up with two, well, I already have two differently shaped eyes, but if we're going to put makeup on, we might as well be able to fix it. Alright, so that's it for the eyeshadow. And then we're going to move on to a tiny, 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 tiny little bit of eyeliner, the smallest bit, because we're going for a youthful look at an audition. This is the LORAC eyeliner pen. Mine's almost out because I love it so much. Highly recommend it. It's super easy to use. So I really have to shake it to make it happen. But I'm just going to go in here. Wait, that's a little bit. Have you come down with me here? So a little bit on the inside of that corner one. And then this side. You really want to get it right in your lash line, because this white part up here is what helps you look awake. And, you know, vitamin fed. So the top, I'm going to start at the outer corner and just bring it across the lash line. And wherever your lashes stop on a natural look, you really want to just do it to there. And fill in this corner over here. So do it on this side. I like to pull mine tight so I can really get in that lash line. Alright, so eyeliner's finished, and I like to leave my eyelashes for the very, very, very last thing, because you really want them nice and fresh. So for lip liner, this is another YSL, and this is number 6. So you're just gonna, I'm not doing a lipstick, I'm doing a lip liner and a gloss, so I'm going to trace the lips and fill them in. And then their top lip, is always the hardest because of the Cupid's bow. See, we're halfway down here. So if it's any easier, I always tell people to draw it in and make an X and just kind of flick it out if you need to. There we are. Pink and filled in. And for a gloss, make sure you soften those edges. And then this is the YSL Golden Gloss and number 29. It's a really, really shimmery. It looks like glitter in a bottle, but it's not. It's actually very nice on. So we're just going to do the middle here. Middle. And it makes your lips look fuller in the front. Alright, we'll do a mascara tutorial later, but that's the overall look for auditioning for acting.